pretty outstanding season. I mean, you go 10-1, 10-0 in the regular season. Unbelievable year. 7 wins in 4 of the last 5 years. Your 4th 10-win season, 3rd since '04. Program really seems to be going in the right direction. Talk about the strides you're making. I mean, obviously 10-0 in the regular season. Before we get to the playoff loss, 10-0 in the regular season, you can't do it any better.
Yeah, we were really excited about the way the season turned out. I think it's always a credit to the high school football team, your senior class. That's the backbone of any high school football team. We had an outstanding group of seniors this year. Set a great example throughout the off season. The way they attacked the summer workouts, the way they approached training camp, went away to a team camp, and the leadership and the chemistry that was developed there just carried us forward in the season. We started with a couple big schools on our schedule. We had Dayton, Centerville, Fairmont. We knew those were going to be 3 games that would mean a lot at the end of the season if we could take care of them. And we got wins there, and it kind of propelled us to our GWAC South and then the playoffs.
Coach, I think it's certainly a testament to you as a coach, the team that you got here, the camaraderie between the guys, and you know, a team is all about ups and downs, and you know, Springboro had a tough week at the end of the regular season. You lost a teammate, Sean Prichette, and you know, Coach, just talk about, you know, briefly what a good kid he was and how tough it is when something like that happens to a team.
Yeah, I think Sean was a great teammate to everybody in our locker room. He was a guy who embraced everything that football has meant from the gritty sense. I mean, he was an offensive lineman, loved the weight room, loved practice, loved to contribute any way he could. And yeah, it's sad to see him go. We all miss him. Our team, you know, believe it or not, as close as we were, got closer in a tough time like that. We were, you know, glad we could go out and play another game and honor him the way we did that final game.
Yeah, Coach, tough situation. It's a shame you go through it, but again, going back to the good stuff, 10-0, and you make the playoffs. What do you guys have to do next year to get past that next step, to win that first round playoff game? What can you do? Certainly you can't improve the regular season. How do you get yourself more in a spot to win that game?
Well, I'll tell you, we were in a great spot there. You know, we played a great game and had an overtime loss. You can't lose any closer than that, obviously. But you know, I've talked to our upcoming guys that it's about being the best that team can be. You know, this 2012 team finished 10-0. You're right. You can't be better than that. So can we be the best that we can be? And the way to do it is honestly to give the kind of effort that these seniors gave this year. Do that again, and I'll be proud of those guys as well.
Well, Coach, let's talk to some of your players. We'll just go around the horn here. We'll start with Andrew Gleason over there, one of your offensive linemen. I mean, you just told me before you had a couple of guys go over 1,000 yards running. Andrew, it all starts up front, so we may as well start with you. Talk about how you guys are able to make room. Obviously, a good offensive line if you have more than one guy going over 1,000 yards. What do you guys do to get such a good push up front?
Well, first of all, we have a fantastic coach, Coach Klein, and second of all, he always taught us to be physically tough and really tough, so always do that. And of course, we have Sean Wilson over there, who's going to Iowa, so that always helps rank his side. Let's give us a great advantage on the line scrimmage.
Well, Sean, it's good to see that they don't take Division I prospects too serious around there. We'll flip to the other side of the ball. The guy right next to you, Conrad Lamb. Conrad led the GWAC in sacks this year. As a defensive lineman, sacks are that quintessential number that you look for, the game-changing plays. You did it better than anybody in the GWAC. Tell us about it. Well, certainly has to be a big feather in your cap. Anytime you can lead any conference, lead a team in sacks is a great accomplishment. Certainly to lead the entire conference, a great deal. Let's talk to Jordan Rick for a second. Jordan, a tight end, catch the ball a little bit, certainly play a big part in the run blocking as well. Tight end's one of those positions I think is one of the most important offensive positions in high school football, being able to catch the ball and run block. Talk about the versatility of that position and being able to do both.
Well, this season it's mostly run blocking, so
Is it just like being an extension of the offensive line?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Is that why Andrew's laughing at you, because you're really an offensive lineman?
Yeah. I keep saying to go tackle next year.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. Well, certainly a big part of that offensive line this year. We got a couple of guys on this end we'll get to real quick. We'll start with Jake Johnson. Jake, 3 punt returns for touchdowns this year. School record 14 touchdowns receiving last year. Talk about, and a couple of big game-winning catches. Talk about your ability to change the game and really to make those big plays.
I mean, it's just a factor of time. You just have to come in the clutch and you're on.
Very good. The guy behind you right now, Jesse McReynolds, we'll talk to him, another one of the offensive linemen. Jesse, Andrew touched on a little bit, but just like to get your thoughts on really leading the charge for multiple guys that run the ball so well. And of course, and again, all starts up front. Talk about what you guys do to make it happen.
Yeah, our coach John, great, like he said, and it was pretty easy when we had the running backs like we had. I mean, it all starts up front. They had something good to do.
All right, we'll go. We want to go here. We'll go here, Sean. You're going on to Iowa, but we'll have 4 years to talk about that. Let's talk about your time at Springboro. What did you get at Springboro from coaching, from working out in the offseason that helped you get to this point where you are going to go and play Division I football?
I get a lot of things. I mean, it's not all necessarily having to do with football. I mean, I've learned a lot of things football-wise, my coaches, a lot of things that help me out overall. Just a lot of principles that I've picked up over the years. In terms of the game, I've really gained knowledge for technical skills and just trying to be versatile.
Says an awful lot about you guys as a unit that you have 3 of you guys starting offensive line here. Talk about how you guys became not 5 guys, but 1.
I mean, it really all started. We went to Camp Higher Ground. It was a pretty tough deal. It was an installation camp, but it was also really grueling. We had 4 days. It was really tough. It just started there, once we started winning games, and we started rolling, everyone really bonded.
And that's the way an offensive lineman leads a team to a 10-0 season, pretty much. All right, we got 3 guys left here. We'll get some quick words from you. We got Stephen Sokola. I didn't want to say that one wrong, Coach. Stephen, on the defensive line, and talk about you guys in a 10-0 regular season again. You guys dominate the line on both sides of the ball. Talk about what it's like getting out there on the defensive line and you see these 3 good offensive linemen beating up the guys on the other teams.
We were undersized for sure, but we all have a lot of heart. We went out there and did what we do.
Well, you did it as good as anybody in the regular season at 10-0. We got 2 guys left here. We want to go to Ramon Harden here. All right. Running back. We talked about these guys. Talk about it. I mean, they led the way to 1,000 yards. Clearly, you guys did something to move the football, but they certainly helped make the way.
We just watched a lot of film and made sure we I don't know. It's just hard work every summer.
Sometimes it's just see the hole and react, right? I guess we'll end it here. We got Kyle Longworth. Kyle, another 1,000-yard runner on the team. Can you expand on what we just got from them?
Yeah, I mean, running the ball, I believe in the running back is probably one of the most important part of the game. We have a great offensive line with Sean, Jesse, Billy, Chris, and Andrew, and they really paved the road for us just to get through. We had huge holes. Of course, we did some of them, but it started off.
Well, Coach, I don't think you're going to have more fun than going 10-0 in the regular season. You got a pretty fun-loving bunch out here. It looks like a group I would enjoy being around. I'm sure you did. Congratulations on a great year, 10-1, and Coach, now 45-26 there at Springboro. Good luck and build on it next year.